Babaeng taga Bicol, ako Bicolana. Marhayang ugali, pirmi pang maugma. Marhay magiayo, marhay na amiga. Ito ang nagimatan pagka Bicolana. Ang sakong dagan dinubuan, makawili-wili digdi sa sirangan. Ang bulkan mayon, yan ang kabagay. Ang Bicolana dahil maapi sa kagayunan.
Duman po sa samo, alibyos yung lugar. Maski daing paros, pirmi ang hayahay. Kung sisay sa Indo, ang nasasakitan. Dumuman sa samo, tulos maumayan. Kung sisay sa Indo, ang igwang panugan. Sa Piña Francia, sa Rome Domingong celebra. Sa salog kang naga, prosesyon maugman. Pagbilog ng bulan, bulan na Setyembre.
Kan ako sadit pa, sadit ka pa man. Nagkarawat kita ning kudut-kudutan. Kinudut mo ako, kinudut ka man. Ang simbag mo sa ko, luway-luwaya man. Hain ka na baya, kakawat kong madaya. Ang kudut na matarong sa kuyang giromdom. Hain ka na baya, kakawat kong ginaha. Ang kudut-kudutan, dinahanap tungunya.
Bulkan bulusan mayon isaro, nagapong tunay. Sa inman ako paduman, di ko marinwan. Maski harayo na ibang lugar, sa kong maagdan. Luha sa mata ko, minabulos kong narumduman. Bulkan bulusan na nasa probinsyang Sorsogon. Bulkan Isarog naman nasa probinsyang Camarines Sur. Probinsyang Albay, nayaon ang bulkan na mayon. Ang gayon niya, daing karibay, orgulyo ng Bicolon.
Ilong pagkamot, nasiring sa banwit, nadaining paon. Dahil makalawag, dadaing sakayan, dahil paning baron. Dahil makapundot, dadaing sinipit, dahil paning buntot. Dahil makagaon, dadaing sisagwan, purutol si Timon. O madahas na turus layag ko, Nasusabuyan ang higuan, sarong boses ang nagsayuman. Hariman ako pagkuhan, ay burak palan ni Maria.
Maras kabayan namumutan, tadai kanahera sa kumunyan. Nenang marasa pa nasimong binayaan, marhay pa na mapara sa kinaban. Pagkadaing pala, buhay kong iniuot, akong namumuot, pinapabayaan. Nenang marasa pa, tadi mo nahirakan, marhay pa na mapara sa kinaban. Nenang marasa pa, tadi mo nahirakan, marhay pa na mapara sa kinaban.
Magayong pala ang banggit kung bulano, daraga sultero sinda maugmaho. Distigos nindan bulan, asin bituon, kaugma ninda siringkan, magkailusyon. Ang bulan na maliwanado, nagsilbing rekwerdo sa magkailusyon, lalo na sa tampikan baybayon. Ikaw na lugar, ikaw ipalaw.
Puso ko pinaguurihan, tadainin swerte sa kinaban. Ay namumuot, dain namumutan, namuot man ako, pinapabayaan. Ay panahon ko lamang na iyo ang swerte ko, na talagang ikananggad sa puso ko. Iwala sana puta sasain mo, si pag-isip ko si mo, ikananggad ang swerte ko.
Ang mga pagtiyo
Oops! Tracy, mapadya ka tabi tiyo.
Ino, kubo taas.
Pag wala magambati to ka doon yung duman. Sige nalugod tiyo, mana?
Mga parapadyak, mga mahiguson, maski mapagalon, maski matanglayon. Isin na nagsusuro ko, maski hingal-hingal na. Ako pa lang si MSK, ini naman si Boyak. Tingnan nyo gunang kantami. What?
Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Tanganing permi, igwa kipira, padyak sanang padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Tanganing pamilya, dahil magkatirigba, padyak sanang padyak. Ubo San Ramon, Kabangan, Panal, mapagalon magtukad, tunay ang alhal. Pero ayos lang basta ba kung kuripot ang pasahero mo asin mabuot. Pero luway-luway lang sa pagpidal, nganing da itunos kita mapagal. Magka
kayod tulos ki amay nganing may pagpamahaw maski pang tinapay.
Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning permi, igwa kipira, padyak sa ng padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning pamilya, dahil magkatirig ba, padyak sa ng padyak.
Yan na panahon dapat kita maghinigos. Ano kung padyak at least nakakaraos. Isa naman kung saro kang tambay. Rotoy na nga ni maluya pa ang buhay. Mga pasahero sa tuyang iyahatod. Maski na nga ni matang layo ng satong likod. Inisi miski ako naman si Bordyak. Na imiti kasupo gamami para padyak.
Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning permi, igwa kipira, padyak sa ng padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning pamilya, dahil magkatirig ba, padyak sa ng padyak.
Mga para kayod mabataon maansudon maitumon.
Sus grabe man sa supon.
Mga para kayo dapat makusog ang mga tuhod.
Nganing pamilya ay pasok.
Mga para kayo trabaho taing day takasupog.
Pumas maray ipaghambog.
Mga para kayo dai para binurit o hinugak.
Nganing permi may pera.
Ang buhay di sa tabako araw ka iyan. Pero okay lang basta kita magkarakan. Malas-malas ka na sana pag na-utyo. Dai na nakakayo nabunado pa kiyamo. Basta ang importante iyo ang mahalaga. Ang sa kadaal daw kita makadilensya. Pero salamat sa mahal na Diyos. Ta sa araw-al daw kita nakakaraos.
Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning permi, igwa kipira, padyak sa ng padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning pamilya, dahil magkatirig ba, padyak sa ng padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning permi, igwa kipira, padyak sa ng padyak. Ang buhay kang para padyak, dahil pwedeng maghinuga. Ang aning pamilya, dahil magkatirig ba, padyak sa ng padyak.
Kitang dalawa namuya kung magkasabatan, magkakumustahan sa rarang. Di taman tinuyo na mabuksan sa puntang mamundo. Nagtangis pa ating puso, bigalay kang nauda. Nalingawan ako na payaba. Maybe this time dainawan may lingawan. Ang ngaran kong pasilman tandaan. Iginurit ko pa dyan sa daghan mo. Maybe this time ako pa man. Ikapamanmuan pag gusto ko, tawa binayaan mo kadto. Di nagbago pagkamuot ko kanimo. Pero kinmautrong bayaan mo, syempre di na makakaya pa. minsan pang mauta ika. Kaya sa isip ko ang sinasabi, maybe this time dahil naman maliit lingawan ang ngaran kong pasilman. Tandaan, iginurit ko pa dyan sa daghan mo. Maybe this time ako pa man. Ikaw pa man ngawan ang gusto ko, tama nagbago sa di puso ko. Ika man yaday, ika nang nagsahabang buhay. Maybe this time dahil naman maliit lingawan ang ngaran kong pasilman. Tandaan, iginurit ko pa dyan sa daghan mo. Maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time, love mo pa man. Love mo pa Tano man ta ang guton ka sa ko, tano ta ako dai mo na piktitino. Kulang pa daw ang pagkamuot na tinaosi mo. Kung aram mo lang nakukulgan ako, inuutob ko man ang mga ipinangako ko. Dawa sakit ako, hindi tinitios ko. Mapaugma ka lang, ang gabos kinigiribo ko. Pero taano tadai mo ini na mamangno. Ako na nga ni ang naglalaba, ako pa man permihan na mamlansya. Nagsasaod ako sa people's mall baga, ipigluluto ka pa. Naarmidol ko ang simong palda, inukula ko pa ang panty mo asin bra. Nasasakitan na ako, kalalawon ko na daas si palito dahil sa imo. Minsan naisip ko nang napasala ako, tano daw ta namuot ako sa imo. Nasula ako sa palawas na kagayunan mo. Ang kagayunan mo palan balak kayo. Magsilak magpati kung magsugok ka, ibukadaan payo kung mayong kwarta. Napasubok ako sa barkada, minsan linulutok mo pa. Pag malipot ng banggi na kamurustot ka, pag titiblita ka, dinadapo mo pa. Ano na lang ang gigibuhon ko, paano ko daw ini masasabing para ka sa ko. Wow! nag-ukragong ka. Pag may pamahawan, pag matata, dinadaklag ako permi, min orinola. Garod na iko naman inikaya, minsan naisip ko nang ikabon ka na, kaya lang loves ka ka. Wow, talagang loves ka ka. Pero alam mo daw na namumuro ka na.
Hala, malaban ka na?
Tano sinabi ko man, pasali man ka ni.
Everyone, kindly take your seats for our roll call.
Honorable Nelson S. Ligacion, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present. Roll call on the City Councilors. Honorable Cecilia B. De Asis present. Honorable Gregorio R. Abunal present. Honorable Jose Ranyola present. Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro present. Honorable Mila S. Direkid Arroyo absent. Honorable Julian Silabadia Jr. on leave. Honorable Silito S. A. del Rosario absent. Honorable Vidal P. Castillo absent. Honorable Rayan Cedric Girintoy present. Honorable Salvador M. del Castillo present. Honorable Tomas Ramon A. Sanchez Jr. present. Mr. Chairman, sa quorum.
There being a quorum, the 60th regular session of the 12th Sangguniang Panlunsod is now formally called to order.
Prayer. Pambansang awit.
Bayang Magiliw, handa, awit.
Bayang Magiliw, pwede sa silangan, halag ng puso, sa titig mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, buhay na ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiin, sa dagat at pulo, sa sinulan, sa langit mong buka, may pinaglang tula, awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang tislap ng wataw, mo'y tagumpay na naniningin, ang bituin ng araw ng kailan, mamay di magdidilim, lupa na araw ng wakapit at sinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang kaya ng may mga aking ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Again, good morning. We wish to acknowledge the presence of the Chief of the Police Community Relations of our Naga City Police Office, Superintendent Venerando Ramirez, together with PO1 Donald Quiapo. We also wish to acknowledge the presence of the students from Pili Capital College Incorporated, headed by Miss Jenaline San Agustin. Welcome to the session hall of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Next item.
Privilege time.
Anyone? If there is none, we proceed to the next item.
Reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Elmer Baldimoro. But before that, we acknowledge the presence of Councilor Joselito Del Rosario. The Secretary will please take note. Please proceed, Councilor Elmer, for the reading and approval.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the order of business with the following inclusion. Under special business or order, item number 3 is the letter coming from the City Mayor requesting, marked as urgent, requesting for passage of an ordinance increasing the honoraria of Barangay Tanod who volunteer as citizen patrol. Another, Mr. Chair, item number 4 of the special business or order is the letter from the chairperson of the SP Committee on Women, the Honorable Cecilia Belos de Asis, respectfully requesting for passage of a resolution authorizing the charging against the current appropriation of the Naga City Council for Women the prize of Barangay Santa Cruz on the third prize winner in the 2016 search for the best violence against women and children desk in the amount of 50,000 pesos. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chair, item number 2A is the letter from the City Planning and Development Coordinator submitting the attachment pursuant to the crafting of the 30-year Sustainable Urban Development Plan, and also item number 2B is the letter from the City Planning and Development Coordinator regarding the Comprehensive Land Use Plan. Another, Mr. Chair, under unfinished business, item number 4A is the letter from the Housing and Settlement Development Office pertaining to the road right-of-way to Doña Clara Village. Under new business, Mr. Chair, item number 5 is the letter from the City Mayor requesting for a passage of an ordinance reverting the unappropriated balance. And item number 6 of the new business is the letter from the City Mayor pertaining to the property of Mrs. Maria Cristina Mercado. I so move for its approval, Mr. Chair.
Can we transfer item number 6 of the new business to item number 11 of the unfinished business?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
There was a previous discussion about this. So, as modified, our order of business is now approved. Thank you, Councilor Elmer Baldimoro. We wish to acknowledge the presence of Councilor Miller Akid Arroyo. The Secretary will also please take note. Next item.
Order of business. Reading and approval of the minutes of the previous session, minutes of the 41st regular session, jointly with the 2017 City Youth Sangguniang, held on May 2, 2017.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. May I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the 41st regular session of the 12th Sangguniang Panlungsod jointly with the 2017 City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod held on May 2, 2017. I so move for its approval.
Without objection, the subject minutes is now approved. The Honorable Vidal Castillo is acknowledged. The Secretary will also please take note in our records. Next item.
Special business or order. The endorsement dated September 19, 2017 from the Office of the City Mayor endorsing the deed of donation made to be entered into by and between the Department of Health and the City Government on check-up equipment packages requesting for authority.
The Chairman of the Committee on Health, Councilor Jose Ranyola, on this particular item. This is a request for authority.
Well, this is about a primary care package, Mr. Chair, that will be given to the city of Naga that can be used during the check-up. This is a package of 28 units. It's already signed by Mayor Mungat, by Dr. Borja.
Okay.
So may I move that...
So we authorize the mayor to accept the donation, to enter into a deed of donation.
Yes.
Do I hear a second? Without objection, the motion is approved. Thank you, Councilor Jose Ranyola. We proceed to the next item.
The endorsement dated September 19, 2017 from the Office of the City Mayor endorsing the deed of donation to be entered into by and between the City and the Department of Health, Camarines Sur on Health Facility Enhancement Program requesting for authority.
Again, Councilor Jose Ranyola as Chairman of the Committee on
the same manifestation, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Without objection, the motion is approved. Next item.
The letter dated September 25, 2017 from Ms. Ono, the City Mayor, requesting for an ordinance to cover the honorarium of Barangay Tanods and Citizens Patrol Volunteer, Mr. Chair.
Any comment on this? Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, may I suggest the title of the ordinance? An ordinance increasing the honoraria of Barangay Tanods who volunteer as citizen patrol by 3,700 per month for the month of July to September 2017 and appropriating the amount of 832,500 chargeable against the 2016 surplus.
Any comment from the members of this body? Councilor Rayan Rintoy, Councilor Del Castillo, and then Councilor Abonal. In that order.
I interpose no objection to the giving of the additional honoraria to the Barangay Tanods who serve added duties during the Peña Francia festivities, but I am not comfortable with the title being proposed by Councilor Baldimoro because as proposed, we will be giving honoraria to those who volunteered. When we say volunteerism, why do we have to give honorarium or in return?
Okay. Any reaction from the movement, Councilor Baldimoro?
So if the word voluntary is unnecessary, so may I suggest, Mr. Chair, to remove the word who volunteer. It read as honoraria of Barangay Tanod as who rendered as citizen patrol.
Okay. Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, Mr. Chairman, we are already giving counterpart to Barangay Tanod within the city of Naga. And not only Barangay Tanod, but other barangay volunteer. On this particular aspect, why use the word honorarium. When in fact, they are given additional duties. Aside from their duties in their respective barangay. I believe that if ever will give this additional remuneration to this barangay tanod, first, I have some query on this. First, what's the manner of selecting this 74 barangay tanod? Then 74 or 75? 75 barangay tanod.
75.
Yeah. What's the manner of selection? Then second, as to the remuneration, we might as well use additional counterpart, city counterpart, for an additional duty. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. On the first matter, can we hear from Councilor Joselito Del Rosario?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to my colleagues. This number of tanods who rendered duties were actually endorsed by their respective punong barangays to augment our personnel sa PSO during the opening of classes, opening of Robinsons, and onwards, particularly Peña Francia Fiesta. As we all know, we have each and every tanod brigade, we have 20 personnel, and those who were selected by their punong barangays and who actually manifested their intent to render extra duty, Mr. Chair. We all know that tanods are rendering duties during night times, and these tasks given to them to support and augment the functions of the PSO during the opening of classes, the opening of the Robinsons, and even the Peña Francia Fiesta were indeed very critical, Mr. Chair.
On the second point raised by Councilor Del Castillo, do you have any reaction to that? Or we will allow Councilor Baldimoro to react?
I think Councilor Del Castillo has a point, and we even heard Councilor Baldimoro acceding to the change of the title of the ordinance, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Councilor Greg Abonal, and then after you, Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chairman, first may I just check. This sort of thing came up only informally while we were having a break there. Na-mention lang po yan. This was a long time ago. Garo daw po nabayadan na sindaning June. That's why the request is for July to September. Ngunyan, sabi ni Mayor Baga Kasubago, kadto kaya ngayang pigil, ba't yan dahil nga ka nag-object? We are back to the practice na ginigibo na muna, inoobligar na lugod kitang magbayad. May I have no objection, we should pay because they have rendered service. But I have questions. Number one, how did you arrive at the figure na itatao sa inda? Ano baga ang computation? Number two, any approval now should put an end to this subject to studies. Like what? So, proseso ng pag-select, so proseso ng pagbayad, etc., etc. In other words, Mr. Chairman, basta sa kayang ginibo, pagkatapos obligado kita na magbayad dahil nagserbisyo na. This is not new. Garong ugali yan digdiyo. Kinokompromiter, pagkatapos kita ng obligado, kita pa ang may sala. I think technically, I would like to find out yung computation. Ano ba kayong computation na yun? Now, I now hear na these are barangay tanods na nag-duty pagbanggi. How many hours during the night? And all of a sudden, early morning, they have to wake up to be able to serve dun sa mga schools, wherever. How many hours po ang render nila dyan? And then, paghapon naman, pagpurulian, ma-traffic na Mangaruma, ma-assister sa mga estudyante. How many hours po ang service dyan? And therefore, I think the details of all these things should be clear. We cannot just appropriate anything for that matter. Sana naman makanood na bago mag-compromitter, sigurado ang pundo, sigurado pating aprobado. As it were, pirang bulan ang obligasyon ta. And finally, Mr. Chairman, let September be the last.
Councilor Sanchez Jr., you want to react?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ba't ko lang pong i-clarify itong mga duties na gusto pong maintindihan kan mga pag-iriba. So, ito pong mga nag-duting pang-aga. Iyo po ito si mga barangay tanod na selected man po sinda na talagang napilikan mga barangay ninda na mag-traffic during pag-aaga. Lalo duman sa may mga eskwelahan and duman sa may mga business establishment. So, selected man po itong mga barangay tanod na nagjo-duty during banggi po. So, ito po mga rin-recommend kan mga punong barangay. Ito po ito si mga pagkaaga na nagtatabang po sa syudad. Alagad po talagang maghapon po sinda dyan dahil po ang duty kang barangay tanod during night time is pirasa naman na oras yan. So, ang nahihiling ko po digdiyo, dakulang katabangan po itong ginibo ni Councilor Lito na ining panahon na ini pagburukasan kang klase, paglaw kaning Peña Francia, na makatabang po, may augment sinda duman sa mga establishmento, mga eskwelahan, mga simbahan, lalo na si pagbukas po kaning Robinson Mall. Thank you po.
Do you want also to react on the other points raised by Councilor Abonal? Say for instance, with respect to the determination of the amount, why 37? Why a total of 5,000? How many hours of work were rendered in order for the citizens patrol to be entitled to the corresponding amount?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Di po kaya pararehas ang tinatawakan mga barangay. Sa araw po sa muyang salit na barangay, ang barangay tanom ni po, nagre-receive po yan ng 900 pesos. Pagpiga sa daily po yan, pagpig-compute mo ang daily yan is almost 30 pesos lang ang daily ninda. So, dakulang bagay po itong tinatawag ang city government na counterpart na 1.3 dahil may mga kadagdagan na po silang trabaho dahil inoobligar na po sinda na mag-ibo ng mga accomplishment report and isinusubmit po ini sa tuyang peace and order. And maski po ang kapulisan po, nagre-request man po yan sa muya ng mga report. So, ini pong ginibong pag-augmenta kaning mga several tanos, bako man po gabos, nagkakapirang barangay, may 3, may 4, may 5. Nag-render po yan po 6 o'clock in the morning. Ang aram po nagre-report po sinda 6 o'clock in the morning. Then hanggang po yan sa pagtapos po kang eskwela. Rayaw po yan sa tinampo, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Akid Arroyo, and then after you, Councilor Vidal Castillo and Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. 3 points, Mr. Chair. First, ini pong mga 75 barangay tanods na ini, dahil na ba sinda nag-duty in the evening? Kasi kung nag-duty sinda, how effective will they be? Baka nagiging hazardous man na maray sa health ninda na nag-duty sinda sa banggi, tapos ma-duty pa sinda in the morning. Pangduwa, kung dahil na sinda nag-duty in the evening and therefore ini na ang duties ninda, and therefore, si honorarium ninda as barangay tanod, iyo to dapat ang maging honorarium ninda, taday na sinda nag-duty in the evening. So first clarification, nag-duty po ba sinda in the evening? Pangduwa, kung ini pong mga barangay tanods nagsuserve in their respective barangays, dahil man sinda nagluluwas sa indang respective barangays, di po ba part yan kang functions ng barangay tanod to help in the peace and order situation in their barangay? So ang pagta-traffic po sa mga pagtawid kang mga estudyante, part po yan dapat kang trabaho ninda. Pangtulo, ang sabi po ni Councilor Del Rosario, pig-hire ta sinda or we enlisted their assistance to help in the opening of the classes, opening of establishments, as for example, Robinsons and the Peña Francia Fiesta. Pero ang hinahagad pong compensation is for continuous, no, from June up to September. Pero kung pighar po sinda as augmentation force, tano tadagos-dagos ba kung duman sa mga okasyon na ito? So, dahil po kita nag-o-object na bayadan, i-compensate for services na nare-render, but we want to be clarified about this matter, especially na in-incur na ang obligation even before the approval of the sanggunian. So I think these matters should be answered not because we're opposing to compensate services rendered, but because these matters have to be clarified. Otherwise, baka magiging patronage ang pag-hire takang sa tong mga katabang sa satuyang pagpapadalagan kan sa tuyang local government. Magiging patronage bakong not really on the basis of need and on the basis of merit or capabilities. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Rakid Arroyo. So, can somebody please respond first to the three concerns raised by Councilor Rakid Arroyo? Councilor Del Rosario.
Thank you, sir. As far as the rendering of duty, Mr. Chair, it's indeed a great sacrifice for these tanods that they render duty at night and still were able to render duties in the morning. They have broken hours, Mr. Chair, 6 to 10 in the morning, then 11 to 1, and 4 to 6 in the afternoon. So may mga broken times po sinda. Sa duties po nila sa Banggi, ikaw man po sindang mga day off man dyan. So it's not really, may mga times man pong rested man sinda. Their performance can be gleaned from the records of the PSO. May mga daily time records man po silang pig-observe naman, then they were subjected to checks by the supervisor of the PSO. Second item, Mr. Chair, we extensively planned for the opening of the Robinsons. Just like any other mall in Naga City, we give due support, lalo na po very critical ang traffic and ang vehicular aspect ang pwede magduruman sa mall na yan. Not so na, lalo na po, tayaon po siya sa gilid kang diversion road, ka National Highway. So, sa iba pong mga tao po naman, Mr. Chair, na i-reinforce naman sa lugar. Kaya po we were able to ensure na medyo smooth si first 5 days kan si opening kang si Robinsons. As to the third aspect, not only Robinsons but the other major events in Naga City, Peña Francia Fiesta and the other. Now, as to the last aspect, Mr. Chair, indeed, if the Sanggunian would limit the up to September only, it's I think the decision of the Sanggunian. Pero mas magayon po siguro kung matabangan naman sila hanggang December. But we are all aware of the budgetary kang syudad. So this representation, Mr. Chair, although I was not able to attend the meeting this morning, but in a sense, yung po yan ang gusto kong ipaabot. Sa kanya po, yawan naman yan sa ni Mr. Rene Gumba. So again, may I reiterate, Mr. Chair, that if this could be continued up to December, well and good, Mr.
Are you espousing, Councilor Lito, that this will be continued all throughout the year?
Di ko pong kayo nahiling kay Mrs. Sir si letter, but nasa-sense ko po na hanggang September lang sila. So, I support that also.
Okay. This is still connected with the question of Councilor Rakid Arroyo? Your question. Okay. We go back to Councilor
I had a question that up to now has not been answered. How did we arrive? What is the computation for this particular, what is this now, 37? 37. Secondly, kaya 37 ang hinahagad, ganyan.
Because this is on top of the 1.3 that we are giving.
What we are being asked for is 37 per person. That's what we are being asked for today, is it?
That's correct.
Yung mga 1.5 na yan, ibang rule yan, dati na yan. That's out of the question. Is that correct?
Is that correct? Councilor Baldimoro?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On the question of the Honorable Abunal, the compensation will be 5,000 for the 8 hours duty. Kung hihiling unta, Mr. Chair, ang duty ninda is 8 hours a day. So for a month,
Is it 8 hours a day?
yes,
So
yes.
from 6 o'clock to 10?
6 to 10, Mr.
So
Chair.
that's 4.
11 to 1.
11 to 1, another
And
2.
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Total of 8 hours
Yes,
a day.
Mr. Chair. So I understand na.
So if this is a compensation for an 8 hours work in a day, do we already consider them as our employees? Especially so that there is an amount of supervision that is being exercised by concerned officials of the city.
I understand.
And if that is the case, if we are going to consider this as compensation, what about the amount that they are receiving from the barangay?
Mr. Chair,
Are we not risking ourselves? Are we not opening ourselves to possible legal issue?
Mr. Chair, as you could see, the Barangay Tanod has a city counterpart of 1,300. So this 3,700 will just become a additional city counterpart.
That's clear. That's clear. But how were we able to? The question is, as mentioned by Councilor Abunal, how were we able to determine the amount of 3,700 as additional honorarium or compensation? This is on top of the 1,300 or a total of 5,000. Should we really consider this as compensation or a mere honorarium?
Additional.
We should be careful in the use of certain terms because this has legal implications. Councilor Del Rosario?
Mr. Chair,
and then we will go back to Councilor Abonel.
Taking cue from the statements of our esteemed Councilor Del Castillo, who happens to be a former city accountant, he is proposing that we name it as additional counterpart, Mr. Chair. Not honorarium, but an additional counterpart.
Councilor Abonel.
Mr. Chairman, I heard it's what is it? 6 to 10, 1 to 11,
11 to 1,
11 to 1,
and 4 to 6.
That's 8 hours.
That's correct.
That's full-time employment.
Precisely what I was saying
full-time
earlier.
employment, Mr. Chairman. O, kung full-time employment yan, ano sa employment duman sa pagkabarangay tanod? As we said, Mr. Chairman, as I said much earlier, kung ano man ang dapat bayadan, babayadan tayan. Pero linawon ng unyan, ta kumbaga, take a look at the second paragraph. Appropriations, we will seek budgetary augmentation later in the year. In other words, ang hinahagad sa naman ngayon up to September, alagad nagsasabi na ipapadagos min eh. My question is, yung 8-hour service is full-time employment already. Very clearly pati Mr. Chairman, ang employer ninda, ang local government. Local government naghahagad para sa inda. Baka man sa barangay, it just so happened na nagkuhan ning lista from recommendation ng barangay captains.
Okay. Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, although nakasabi naman po si Councilor Abunal na nasa-sense ko man po na willing man po siya mag-support digdi hanggang sa September, siguro po, Mr. Chair, we can now rule on this matter kung ano man po sa pagiling kang mga members, whether we'll be passing an ordinance appropriating that amount as additional counterpart for the 75 tanods of who rendered duties as citizens patrol, based on the motion of Councilor Baldemoros.
Okay. Councilor Abunal.
Earlier, Mr. Chairman, I asked, how did you arrive at the amount 3.7? Secondly, now I ask, pigpromisahan po baga ang mga tanod na ito na arog kaya ng amount tataw sa inda? Because that's material, that's significant. Kung pigtugaan sinda, talagang dapat itao yan. Alagad kung daiman sinda pigtugaan na iyan ang itatao sa kanila, subject to recomputation yan.
Councilor Baldemoro, and then after you, Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I understand, Mr. Chair, that the 5,000, pigparehas lang siya sa traffic enforcer na nagre-receive man with the same amount. So, dahil may 1.3 ng counterpart for the barangay tanod, kaya 3.7 na lang ang pili request. Regarding po sa question na ano na itong trabaho ninda sa barangay, sinda po nagjo-duty giraray banggi. Kung bibilangon ta nga ni Mr. Chair, more than 8 hours pa ang duty ninda pagbanggi, dahil na-start sinda 8, nahali sinda 5 or 6 in the morning. Kung bibilangon 10 hours siya, more than the rendered duty during daytime. Kaya minanigo man na dahil ang mga barangay limitado man lang ang kakayahan sa pagtaon ng honoraria, so the city pigdagdagan man dahil kumbaga ang basically po ang mga barangay tanod kaya sabihon ta pang daisinda nagtatraffic, nagtatrabaho po yan dahil ang honorarium kang barangay tanod gasino naman. Kaya kung kini-question ta itong anong ginigibon ninda during daytime, nagtatrabaho po yan. Ang iba dyan, karpintero, o padjak driver, o iba pa. And pagkakabanggi, na-duty sinda sa barangay tanod. So, ini pong mga 75 barangay tanod na naging citizen patrol, imbes pig-devote na itong time ninda na mag-assist on the traffic situation of the city. Kaya imbes po na magtrabaho pa sinda, inako na ninda itong pagiging citizen patrol. I'm just trying to help, Mr. Chair. Bako man ako ang proponent kani, pero naintindihan ko po itong sitwasyon ngunyang katong mga citizen patrol na nagrender na ng duty. So ang hinahagad lang po diyan up to September. Kung idadagos po yan, di mag-set ng policy. No, mabayaran ta lang, matawan man itong nagrender ng duty. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, may we know who is the proponent? Because Councilor Baldemoro said he is not the proponent. May we know who is the proponent?
Who is the proponent?
Yes, but the mayor cannot by himself. One of the members has to adopt it. So who is now?
For the record, who is the proponent? Councilor Joselito Del Rosario.
Councilor
Are
Del
you the
Rosario.
proponent? Okay.
Yes. Si question ko tabi, Mr. Chair, dahil pag-araray na simbaga ni Councilor Del Rosario. Kasi ang sabi niya, when he made his presentation kasubago earlier, ang sabi niya, the services were secured to augment the force that we needed for the opening of classes, opening of Robinsons, and Peña Francia festivities. Pero kang July, baga Mr. Chair, mayo man okasyon, tanong ta igwa sa July. So, kay Puan siguro, medyo honest, baka man honest but clear si presentation ta. Ano talaga si purpose kang pag-hire ka ini? Si purpose ba para talaga magdagdag ng trabaho sa mga barangay tanod and therefore dapat may dagdag na compensation. Dapat klaro-klaro. Ba kung iba-iba ang sinasabi sa tuya. Kasi kung ang purpose is magdagdag ng trabaho sa mga barangay tanod, then the engagement will be continuous. Ba kung masabi ka, sige, aproban ta hanggang September, iyan na-render ng service. But if the manifestation or representation made to these 75 barangay tanods is kakaikwanan ng serbisyo ninda all throughout, kay puhan klaro sa to now. Ba kung pag-abot kang December, masabi na naman na nag-render kaya ng services, therefore dapat bayadan ta. Ano talaga? Let us put all our cards down.
Okay, Councilor Del Rosario, please clarify this matter.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We all know that during the opening of classes, we take, for example, Camarines National High School. We have an increase, I think, 30% number of students. In Camarines National High School, we have, I think, 9 or 10,000 students. And we need to back up, we need to provide additional support to the PSO personnel in that area. So, nag-continuous po siya, Mr. Chair. So, from the opening of classes, yaon si pressure pa hanggang sa July. And here comes the additional pressure for the opening of Robinsons. Again, I reiterate, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
but you cannot deploy all 75 tanods to Robinsons.
No. They are scattered, Mr. Chair, sa iba-ibang lugar na kaipuan po ng mga additional support. So, after po kan si Robinsons, in other activities sa Naga City, yaon naman po si Palaog, si Peña Francia Fiesta. So, halos po nagkadurungan siya. So, if we'll be putting a stop to this by end of the month of September, this representation is amenable as based dyan po sa letter kang Office of the Mayor. But I think to stress again, Mr. Chair, Naga City is a ever-progressing city. We need the support of our stakeholders in peace and order, in traffic. We cannot really count on the number of 26 PSO traffic personnel. We only have, I think, 24 PNP traffic personnel. So this 75 supported them in the process of in the traffic management. So I think may mga inot po kayang issues kita na-confront sa Sanggunian with regards to additional personnel. So actually nakadagdag, naintindihan ko pa na medyo nakadagdag siya sa ano kang Sanggunian and the executive. But I think we should not deprive these 75 of their salary naman rendered during the past months, Mr. Chair.
I think we should avoid telling that we should not be depriving them of their salary that they earn. In the first place, there was no prior permission.
I stand corrected, Mr.
Okay. Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
So, pwede tabi, Mr. Chair, categorical ang statement that the services were secured as augmentation only for those occasions. And therefore, itong sinasabi po ni Councilor Baldemoro na pagkakaal daw, akay po talagang assistance para mag-traffic duman sa mga eskwelahan na yaman sa barangay, da ito, bako to si reason for securing these additional services. Otherwise, it will be continuous. The need will be continuous. So, klaro kung talango na, Mr. Chair. Dahil man kaya nakaklaro, can we have a categorical statement that these augmentation forces were secured only for the purpose of those occasions? Categorical po, para klaro sa to. So that when we deliberate, then klaro man po kung anong pika-aprobanta.
Yes, Mr. Chair, with due respect to Councilor Miles, ito pong reason ni Councilor Baldemoro was very valid. Na yung mga tanod na ni during night time nagtatrabaho, but during daytime instead of instead of doing their normal jobs as carpenter. As whatever na barker dyan sa terminal o whatever, padjak driver, nag-ano na po si Daigdi just to also not only help their family but the city. So, kabali na po siya, Madam
So, what is the purpose in hiring?
One, to provide additional support, hindi po sa mga sa PSO and sa PNP.
So as augmentation personnel.
As augmentation.
For purposes of the opening of classes.
And other major events in Naga City, Mr. Chair. Up to the end of September, Mr. Chair.
Okay. For the month of July and August, what was or what were the major events which we can say probably the basis in hiring additional personnel? We understand the month of June, especially that there are additional students. This is the opening of classes, and there are new students in almost all schools, whether private or public. We also understand for the month of September, we have so many activities, and the hiring of additional personnel may be justified as augmentation to our existing personnel. But what about the months of July, August?
Mr. Sa pagkaintindi ko po, Mr. We had national events in Naga City. May iko kita mga events sigdiyo na we had visitors from other parts of the country. I think yung na fully book nga sa mga hotels na we need to support yan. Medyo dakol-dakol pa po, Mr. Chair, sa mga events.
Okay. Councilor Abonal?
May I just check? Una, nung magka-major event yung opening ng Robinsons, did we use all 75? Did we assign people from Panikwason na magtabang digdi, etc.? Because that is what augmentation means. Did we do that?
Councilor Del Rosario?
Mr. Chair, I already answered that, Mr. Chair.
No, dahil daw, malinaw sa to. Nag-augment kayo, nag-augment. Did we use 75 na mag-focus dyan sa augmentation dyan sa Robinson?
Mr. Chair, sabi ko po sa bago, not all of them were utilized based sa query kang sa
Okay.
presiding officer.
Kung si augmentation nga ni mag-traffic sa mga eskwelahan, etc., paano na sa mga nagka-traffic dumang kung piggamit ng augmentation para digdi? I will be ready to accept na may nawalat man duman. Pagmati ko yan ang isisimpag. But at this point, Mr. Chairman, I think it should also be clear. Diyan sa Kamhay talaga kaipuan ng tao. Sa Naga Central School kaipuan ng tao. But anong school ba yun? Yung nalaog sa Carolina, Chidora Moscoso? Or Morada Ramos? Kaipuhan ba duman may mag-traffic na tanod? Siguro mayo man duman. That is why, after September, I would think na sana malinaw ang proposal. Kung gustong i-extend din niyo, malinaw. Pira nga sa Panikwason, pira sa Peña Francia. According to the need. Secondly, it's a good thing na imbis nga magkarpintero magtindang sorbetes or whatever ta mga private jobs ninda yan, kinualugod sinda tinawaning full-time employment tanganing masigurado. But I'd be careful about that, Mr. Chairman. Ta kung 8 hours ang service, that's full-time employment. Sana day kita mapaarog. The comparison is far-fetched. It's in another town. Barangay Kagawad, kinuang empleyado sa sarong lugar. Full-time employment. Nagdi-daily time record. That's why I'd be careful about yung 8 hours. Siguro, stagger na lang yan, whatever. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do we have to decide on this now, or would you like that further discussion be made during the break?
Sir.
Again, Councilor Abonal, and then final sa imo.
Yung pong explanation ng how 37 was arrived at ang pagkaintindi ko po, ipinareho Ginibong 5, pinareho duman sa traffic enforcers. Yan pa silang terminong yan, nakakatakot na. Ipinareho na duman sa traffic enforcers por dahil iguana ning 1-3, kaya 3-7 na lang. Okay. I still do not think na that's a very good basis. Nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, at this point, sabi ko, dahil nagtrabaho na, obligado kita, sige na, bayadan na yan. But only for that reason. Okay. Ang second kayan, dahil na pag-utruhon na magkukompromitir ka, nandaing clearance.
Until probably a guideline is set through an ordinance passed by this body, if that is all right. Okay. Councilor Vidal Castillo.
Mr. Chairman, I support the sentiment of Honorable Greg Abonal na sabi ni Councilor Greg Abonal, nagtrabaho yan, nag-render ng service yan, bayaran yan, pero dahil na mautro. Aram po ang kasalan ng digdi, we were not informed earlier regarding the payment of compensation to the citizen patrol, particularly din nagparam si Councilor Lito kay Honorable Nini Diasis. Mr. Chairman, considering itong month of June, July, August, ang head cam PSO kaito, bako pa man si Rini Gumba. Ang pinagkakatiwalaan ta, si Honorable Lito del Rosario, na siya po ang nagmamando, pigihiling niya ang sitwasyon kan syudad ning Naga. Nagkataon lang po na opening of class, kinakay po na augmentation, kaya po nagkuha sinda ng mga tanod, apat malanganing tanod sa kada barangay, duman sa mga barangay na kinakay puan ang tabang. Nagkalasanganin po ako duman sa barangay Kalawag, na pagduluwas ko pagkaaga, ang mga tanod may guson na iyo po sinda nagpapatrol duman sa Tubangang Kalawag Elementary School, si mga PWD, si mga gurang, si mga aki, iyo ang nagigiya pag duman sa eskwelong pagbalyong yung tinampo. Nga po kung bako na kung barangay kapin ang mga tanod, digdi may gusto ng maray. Grabe ang pagbabago. Ito pa lang po ang may kasalan, si Sir Lito del Rosario. Pero po, nag-render ng service ang mga tanod. Kasugmaanay po, kaulit itong mga tanod duman citizen patrol from Abilia, na sinda po nakikiulay, na dakulang bagay man po yan na 3,700 a month, na nakikimahirap sa tuya, na kung pwede i-consider man yan. Kaya po, tama po itong sabi ni Greg Abonal, na bayaran yan, pero dahil na po liwaton, dahil na mautro. Thank you po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Castillo. Councilor Elmer, and then Councilor Rakid Arroyo. He is reserving his piece for the final motion, I think. Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, may we be clarified? Kasi earlier may na-mention si Councilor Del Castillo.
Castillo.
Councilor Castillo. I'm sorry. That it was the decision, the hiring, securing these augmentation forces was the decision of Councilor Del Rosario.
Is that the case?
It's a question.
Councilor Del Rosario?
Did I understand Councilor Castillo properly when he mentioned it?
Mr. Chairman, kamabulan po ng Hunyo-Hulyo, iba ka pong pinagkakatiwalaan ang City Government of Naga, si...
That is why the question is whether or not the hiring was decided by Councilor Del Rosario.
Kailangan po si Saya pong dikit na...
Yes, we know. That was already clear, that he is in charge. But the question is, who decided to hire the services?
Recommend po yan kay Mayor Jan Bongat sa executive sa toyang mayor. Kaya po nag-hire. Saka sa ropa po, premium po yung ginagamit ka mga previous years Arang may mga punong barangay, mga barangay captain, ikaw ni mga pagkakataon talaga, kaya lang kahit medyo baba pa si remuneration na pigkataon sa tuya mga tanod. Kaya, naintindihan ko po ang sentimento kang sa tuya mga kagawad, alagad po, kasugma baga po, apat na member kang citizen patrol from Abilia, from San Francisco, nakikiulay po sa Muya na kung pwede ipaabot ini sa tuya digdi sa sanggunian na kung pwede tabangan man na makakubra dahil kay Juan Lindang Maray po ito.
Okay. Please proceed, Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Yes, that's precisely my question, Mr. Chair. Kasi pag araw na kayo ng sitwasyon na bako na mismong si opisina na nag-secure kang services ang nakikiulay kundi ito ng mga tao, gusto sabihin, our decision might already be vitiated, no? Sa mga pakiulay na iyan. So they na nakikibong tamaan sa tuyang trabaho. No, the reason why I ask kung si Isay talaga ang secure kang services katong augmentation forces na iyan is because kung si Councilor Del Rosario, then he knows exactly na dapat may procedure kita nga agihan bago ta i-secure ang additional or incur additional expenses, no? He's a member of the Sanggunian and he knows exactly. So, pag-araw kaya kayan, garo, pirming araw kita kayan, na sige bayadan tanan, na-render na si service. Several times na ini nangyari, Mr. Chair, no? So, ako, I think, on the basis of the fact na araw ka ni pirmi ang sentimiento sa Sanggunian, pero di man kita nagdi-disapprove sa ipiglalatag sa tuya, I would vote for a no to this proposal, Mr. Chair, hanggang dahil nasisimbagan si mga questions. Kasi may mga questions na dapat masimbagan. Di man kita nagsasabing dahil tayong bayadan, na-render na ang service. Pero may mga questions kitang dapat simbagon. Like one, sinecure ba ini only for those occasions? Kasi kung iyo, then mayo na kitang obligation na ipadagos ang services na iyan. Mayo ng pangangaipo na idagos ang services na iyan. Or, kung sinecure iyan, really, dahil kaipuhaning dagdag all throughout, no, dagdag na services, then isettle ta na yan ngunyan. Because ikaw nga nang nagsasabi man ng mga barangay tanod, Mr. Chair, na taano ta itong 5 ang pigpili, na igwamang garo mas kwalipikado out of how many? At least 20 per barangay? Ano si prosesong pagpili katong 5? Ikaw rin nagko-question ng mga barangay tanod, Mr. Chairman. So, kumbaga, bako lang iyan ang dapat simbagunta, kundi pati rin si questions kang ibang barangay tanod. That question kung si isay si 5 itong pinagpili. We're not, day po kita ulit-ulitin ko lang, day po kita nagpupugol na bayadan si services na pinag-render na. Pero may mga questions kitang dapat simbagon for future issues na maabot sa tuya na dapat may kasimbagan na digdi sa desisyon na sa itong gigibuhon. So, ulitin ko lang, Mr. Chair, I am not opposing that we should pay the services rendered, but we have to have answers to the questions raised in this August chamber. Bakong pareho kan dati, question, pag abot, approve man giraray. Mayo man giraray. Pero may kitang masabing, basta dahi na pag-uturoon, but how many times have you actually said that in this August chamber? Na dahi na uturuhon niya. Pero here's another situation again. No? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Rakid Arroyo. Councilor Baldimoro? Is that already the emotion?
First, an answer, Mr. Chair, to the query of the Honorable Arroyo. Aside po kung pigo-augment siya on the special occasion, if you observe po, from Del Rosario up to downtown, may mga barangay tanod dito na hilingon yan sa Tinambo. Yun na po yan, yung 75. As to necessity kung kaipuha, kung ipadagos, sailing ko po kung matatawan ta ning allocation and may guideline, certain guidelines. Pero on the question po kung paano itong 5 ang napili, sa barangay na po yan. Sino po ang na-recommend kung isay itong isasubmit tinda. Usually, on my experience po, usually, ang pigre-recommend dyan, itong mayong trabaho na available siya daytime. Kung mahiling po ba ganito, Mr. Chair, kung magluwas kayo dyan sa may kanto kang Colgante, may mga tanod dyan kang Dayangdang, sa may Tinago, may mga barangay tanod dyan, and the other areas, pero po kang upper barangay. Taday naman kaipuhan dumaning may mag-traffic. So, kung as to the necessity, Mr. Chair, sa hiling ko o kaipuhan, provided lang na malinaw itong guidelines, malinaw kung ano itong siguro I suggest to Councilor Del Rosario na to drop an ordinance pertaining to this para maklaro kung ano itong gigibuhon kaning citizen patrol, at the same time may allocation na bakong after na pag-render ng trabaho sa katahahanapan taning pundo. So, may I just read again, Mr. Chair, the title of the ordinance. So, an ordinance increasing the city counterpart of 75 barangay tanods who render duty as citizen patrol for the month of July to September 2017 by 3,700 per month, and appropriating the amount of 832,500 chargeable against the 2016 surplus.
Any second?
May I request, Mr. Chair, the Honorable Del Rosario to make the formal motion.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, I move that we appropriate the amount of 832,500 pesos as additional counterpart for the 75 tanods citizen patrol who rendered the duties from the month of July to September.
Any second? Is there an objection? There being an objection, those in favor of the motion, kindly raise your right hand. The motion to approve, to appropriate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Those against?
1.
Is there an abstention?
1.
Okay. By a vote of 8 in favor of the motion, 1 against, and 1 abstention, the motion is approved. For the record, I have a reservation on this particular matter, both on legal grounds and on points raised as to the criteria in the grant. Councilor Abonal.
Mr. Chairman, I was going to say something else, Mr. Chairman, but on your latest pronouncement, would it have been better if you communicated your reservation before the vote?
Not necessarily. The chair may express his opinion even after the vote.
Yeah, I mean that's your option, but I would have appreciated it if your reservations were communicated. For all you know, I may have voted otherwise. But even then, Mr. Chairman, the vote having been taken, this is not an order, but an advice. Whoever might want to write out details of a program that will continue the augmentation. Yung mga day po nagibukad to, baka pwede nang i-ready, isurat na ang objectives, ang coverage, ang scope, everything. Tangani, baka makaabot lamang kasi may preparasyon eh. Mahagad naman lang dan yung additional budget. But pigbabudgetan, maning programa.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Greg Abonal. If it is all right with all the members of this body, that we also pass a resolution expressing the position that the matter of hiring is to be suspended until such time that the necessary guidelines is issued. Because otherwise, if we do not do that, we would expect a continuation of this by October, November, December, even if there are matters that have to be settled first. Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, hanggang pirmi kitang nag-a-approve because the services had already been rendered, pirming arog ka ni Mr. Chair, no amount of resolution will cure this particular defect. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Although if we pass a resolution, at least the City Budget Office is forewarned, the City Accounting Office, then it might have, I do not know, but that is just my position on the matter. Councilor Rakid Arroyo and Councilor Del Castillo. By the way, for your information, well, it was already mentioned earlier. For the month of June, the payroll for the 75 members of the Citizen Patrol were processed even without our knowledge, and the corresponding payment were received by the concerned tanods. So, Councilor Rakid Arroyo. And then after you, Councilor Del Castillo.
Well, I'm just taken aback by your just recent pronouncement, Mr. Chair, that the processes had in fact been undertaken.
That's correct.
So we are therefore...
That is why there were discussions here as to when the hiring, the performance of duties started, and that was June.
Yes, Mr.
And
Chair.
why is it that only they are asking only for the necessary amount for the months of July, August, and September? Because for the month of June, the concerned barangay personnel already received their supposed entitlement.
So those were unauthorized disbursements, Mr. Chairman.
I'm not sure about that. What I can say is that there was no prior notice or request or permission from us.
If we are appropriating for that purpose only now,
It was charged against Barangay Support Fund.
so if it was already charged against Barangay Support Fund, is it still included in this request? The one for June?
Not anymore. This is only for July, August, and September.
So therefore the question, Mr. Chair, is why was it not charged? If they considered it part of the intention or purpose of Barangay Support Fund, why is this amount therefore not charged there?
The amount may have already been exhausted or maybe insufficient. Councilor Del Castillo.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Mabikol ako tangarig magkairintindihan na marami. Primero, Mr. Chairman, kabali baga sa approved ang appropriation for Barangay Support Fund ang pagbayad sa arog kaniyong bagay. And I think the city accountant and the city budget officer should explain to us why this amount. Kung for the month of June, I'm assuming na that's 277,500. What's the authority in charging this amount against the...
Are you moving that we invite the two officials?
I think so, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a second? For our next regular session or in today's session?
Next regular session na lang siguro, Mr. Chair, because although we already disposed of this, but this might be a continuing concern.
So do I hear a second to your motion? Is there an objection? There being none, to invite Mr. Frank Mendoza and Mrs. Paciencia Tabinas to our next regular session to shed light on the June payroll for the concerned barangay tanod.
Because
so the motion was already seconded. Do I hear an objection? There being none, the same is approved. The Secretary is so instructed. Please continue, Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, siguro, although there's no need for me to explain why I abstain, but I see some legal implications on the passage of this appropriation ordinance. Although my proposal was adopted, and yet that legal implication I'm talking about was not cured. That's why I abstain. In second, Mr. Chairman, I don't want that this matter be some sort of a precedent na baka sa sunod ma-request na naman kung rin mabayad na kita saka may request na dapat mag-appropriate. So, I don't want that to be repeated. In the third, in the last, Mr. Chairman, sa gobyerno baga, maski pa mapabid kita, ma-hire ning tao, dapat igwa ka ng appropriation before anything else. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Item number 3 having already been disposed of, we now proceed to item number 4.
The letter dated February 2, 2017 from the chairperson of the Committee on Women, the Honorable De Asis, requesting for a resolution authorizing the charging against the current appropriation for Naga City Council for Women under the Special Purpose Appropriation, the prize for Barangay Santa Cruz as third prize winner of the 2016 search for Best Violence Against Women and Children.
Councilor Cecilia De Asis.
As from Barangay Santa Cruz came about when they were getting their prize for the 2016. The City Budget Office told them that they cannot charge it to the current appropriation. They need a resolution just like the other winners in the last year's search. So therefore, I move that a resolution be passed authorizing the charging against the current appropriation of the Naga City Council for Women under Special Purpose Appropriation as the prize of Barangay Santa Cruz as the third prize winners of the 2016 search for the Best Bausides in the amount of 50,000 pesos.
Okay. Any second? Without objection, the motion is approved. Next item.
Unfinished business. Letter dated September 20, 2017, inviting today's regular session Police Senior Superintendent Jonathan Panganiban, Acting City Director, Naga City Police Office, with respect to the temporary cutting off of services of certain telecommunication providers on certain dates during this year's Peña Francia Fiesta celebration.
Where is Police Senior Superintendent Jonathan Panganiban? The Secretary, had you duly notified Superintendent Panganiban, Senior Superintendent, I mean?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The letter was received on September 22 at 10:55 a.m.
Mr. Chair.
Councilor Joselito del Rosario.
I see in the gallery Superintendent Binarando Ramirez, Mr. Chair. Probably we can ask him the whereabouts of
he is already in front of the podium. We suspend our rules. Okay?
Okay, sir. Good morning.
Before that, may we know where is our city director?
Sir, I am here to inform you that the city director is presently on official travel to Manila to attend the annual operations plans and budget. Is now an official business. And my presence here is just to inform the body, sir, the absence of the acting city director.
Were you not authorized to respond to questions that may be asked by any members of this body?
Actually, sir, I am not authorized, but I can react, sir, of the queries.
Okay, what is the pleasure of this body? Should we reset? Reset? Okay, we reset?
Yes, sir.
The secretary will again send a letter invitation to City Director, Police Senior Superintendent Jonathan Panganiban. Thank you,
sir.
Superintendent Ramirez,
Thank you, sir.
for your presence and for informing us about the unavailability of our City Director. Okay. We take a break.
inviting today's regular session Mr. Willie Prilles of the City Planning to report on the proposed comprehensive land use plan and the 30-year sustainable development plan. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, Mr. Prilles is in Manila.
Mr. Prilles is in
Manila, Mr. Chair, according to his staff.
Okay. Actually, for the record, Mr. Prilles also texted me, telling me he cannot come because he is in Manila for the Sinergia awarding at Ateneo. Can we include this again in our session for when is our next session? October 2? Okay. The secretary is so instructed. Next item.
The letter dated September 13, 2017, inviting Attorney Perfecto Endragais III, legal officer, with respect to the acquisition of road right-of-way of Cararayan San Isidro Road, Calawag San Felipe Confidential Road, and San Felipe Magarao Road.
Any word from Attorney Perfecto Bragais III?
None, Mr. Chair.
But he was duly notified?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
We will again include this in our next regular session. Maybe. Next item.
Letter dated September 20, 2017, inviting into this regular session Engineer Rolly Campillos of the Housing and Settlement Development Office to render a status report on the road right-of-way of Doña Clara Subdivision, Concepcion Pequeña.
Okay. We suspend our rules of procedure and request Engineer Rolly Campillos to approach the podium. Okay. Before we allow you to speak, Engineer Rolly Campillos, we wish to express our gratitude that you appeared before us in today's session. We are thankful that you are not filing a case. Next. Okay. So, kindly brief us about the status of the road right-of-way at Doña Clara Subdivision.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually po So, ginibo ko po, and although po na-late lang po si submission kasi report, yan po di si explanation naman sa ginibo kong ocular exploration, exploratory talk with one of the residents katong areang ito. Paki-flash tabi. So, yun po ni si report ko duman. So, base po sa nangyaring investigation ko duman, ito pong dead-end road na to, ito po ang shortest way, pasirin talaga sa Doña Clara. And duman po sa areang ito pong pinakapuro niya, may concrete barrier na po duman. Yan po din mga retrato kayo ito. Yan po si Sorat po. So, and ang retrato pong ginawa ko duman, iyo po si concrete barrier duman sa parteng puro na mabali duman sa Doña Clara. So, di ko lang po nakuha si pangalan kasi nagkudal dyan. O, yan po ako, nakatindog. So, pasirin po yan duman sa puro. Sipa. Hindi po ang, pakibalik tabi duman, iyo po ni si Tinampo talaga, Palaog duman. Halid duman sa may Mitsubishi Calib Motors po, Palaog. So, concreted na po siya, paved na po siya, and ang pag-aaram ko po, tagatong nag-aagi pa ako dyan, last year kang si term ni ex-mayor Lutil Castillo, kang nasemento yan. So, nire-research ko pa po kung sisay talaga, saan natin ang puno kang pagpasemento kang Tinampo yan. Pero pagtubod ko po, city po ang nagpa-trabaho kaya yan. Pagkatunahiling ko, pigbibisita pa siya ni ex-mayor Del Castillo kadto. Ini po si parte naman sa Baluan Sapa na pwedeng lagbasan katong kung magibuhitan ng bridge or concrete culvert. So nakaulay ko na po itong naka-star dyan na kagharong na pwedeng matamaan kang si magiging right of way. Pasirin po pala mismo sa Main Doña Clara Village. Yaw man po sa report, nagkuha ako ning pangaran kasi mga 10 residente lot owners na kung saan ginagamit nila as private road ining tinampong ini na sinasabi ko ining dead end road na ini. Pakikwenta be. So iyo po niyo. Ang nakalista po diyan 10 po si lot owners duman, pero po diyan sa 10 iyan halos ang anom kayan, dati na minang inaagihan ang atubangan o likod partikan sa indang lote. Nangangahulugan po na may 4 lang dyan na lot owners na talagang dahil may inaagin ang tungkol kan lote ninda kadtong panahon. And ito pong concrete barrier na to, concrete barrier na ito, ang pagiling ko po, nakalaag to duman sa parting accretion na kamsapa. So bako na po sa parte katong lote talaga o parte katong road right of way. Itong dead end road na ito. And ang lakbang po kasi sapa duman sa parteng ito, almost kaya na lang siya 3, ito po ginaagin mismo kang tubig, mga almost 2.5 meters na lang siya. Ang parte katong creek bank na to, nag-erode na, kaya gawa na siya ng accretion sa ibang parte. Sa ngunyan po, ang sistema, kung maagi kita naman sa old bridge, bagang pig-aagihan ta, napigsarado na sa inutan, dahil mambugot ang mga kapas dyan sa luti sa dead end road na yan. Dahil sinarado nga na po ng katong kudal na sementado. Pero po, yun talaga ito ang pinaka-shortest way, pasirin po duman sa Doña Clara, malag lang po kita ng concrete bridge or box culvert duman.
Yeah. Are you through, engineer?
Yes.
Okay. Any question, comment, reaction from the members of this body? Councilor Salvador Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, ano singaran kadtong kaling ito na beside the sa Puro, beside the house of Malu?
Mayo po akong mayo pong actually sir, mayo duman pangaran, talaga tong pangaran kasi katong nag-aagi ako duman. Road na ito sa
pero ang aram ko kaya Mr. Chair, ang ngarang kayan Kanda Street.
Kanda Street.
Yes. Kambuhay pa si ex-mayor Del Castillo. Yan si apod niya kuya kan kaling itong beside the residence of nakapangaran ng kanyang Kimalo.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Del Castillo.
Yes, engineer. May kalagdagan pa lang po ako. Nagagawa po pagkataon, nakaulahin ko po si Miss Malu Del Castillo sa bagay na yun eh. Ang sabi niya po sa kuya, though may kuyan siya, may grabe ang garong concerns niya kung mag-agi na naman si mga taga Doña Clara. Pero po, willing man siya na makipag-atubang sa mga sa Satuya, sa gobyerno, local sa Satuya mga opisyalis kang syudad. Kaya riba po si mga ibang lot owners naman para po sa sarong dialogue. So, ang sabi niya, siya da, may yung problema, basta po da bagaman pag-urlayan ini, as in, si kabus na apektadong lot owners duman, bagaman kung bubukas nito, dapat po da mag-sit-in sa sarong dialogue para po pag-ulayan ini.
Okay, okay. So, have you already scheduled a dialogue between Ms. Malu Del Castillo and the affected residents?
Dahil pa po. So, gusto ko lang po kung ano ang sa indong ko yan. Authorization sa bagay na masid akong dialogue with them. Siguro po kay iba si Councilor Baldemoro, kasi siya po si proponent kan si kaining proposed opening kan si road light of Duman, pasirin Doña Clara.
Well, I think there may be no need for an authorization from this body because that is an executive matter. You can set the meeting, the dialogue, even without prior authority or permission from this body. But you can tell us, you can inform the members of this body so that anyone interested can come and participate.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Councilor Del Castillo and then Councilor Baldemoro.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, additional query. Gusto ko maaraman, my part. Ano yan tinampong ito? Is it a public road or not?
So, to your knowledge, Engineer?
Sa pagkakaram ko po, nakadeclare pa to kay Mr. Luwansing. Lodigario Luwansing.
Luwansing.
Luwansing po.
The entire
Although
street,
po, the road po.
From Ruas Avenue up to the creek.
Yes, 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 sir.
Meaning, that road lot
yes, po, yeah,
remains in the name of Mr. Luwansing?
Yes, sir.
Not in the name of the city or the barangay?
Still in the name of Luwansing Lodigario. Yan po yan sa kuyan. Base sa assessor's office. Yan pong 09.
This one?
Yes, one. Yes, sir.
It's a private property kung araw kaya.
Yes, if that is the case.
Kung nakapangalan sa private person, it's a private property. But who
are taxes being paid on this portion of property?
That's, I have to check, Mr. Chair.
Siguro mas marami, Mr. Chair, ma-check and first the ownership of that parcel of land, ginibong tinampo, din baka makakuha pang impormasyon. Siya nagpasiminto kan tinampong ito, takongkrito baga itong tinampong ito. And third, ano sa lot plan, talagang tinampo ito or what? In fourth, since it's a private property, bayad ba ang buwis kanto? Real property tax.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Engineer?
Iya po. Yan po ang lot plan kayan. May color. Yan pong color yellow yan. Yan po si Tinampo. Yun na po si sinabi ng Tinampo. Didan po yan, road, pasirin sa creek. So,
okay.
Didi po nagpo sa may party kang Kali, motor sigdi, hanggang sa, yan, didi. Yep.
So this one is owned by
Luwansing.
Do you have any information why that road lot is in the name of Luwansing?
Ang pagkaram ko po, he was the owner of that property before it was subdivided.
Of the entire property? Okay. Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
On my presumption, Mr. Chair, dahil siya itong previous owner kang the entire property, yan talaga, pigdagama yan for the road right of way. Alagad, siguro mayo lang siyang deed of donation, kaya until now, sa iya pagiraray nakapangaran. My suggestion, Mr. Chair, before the meeting with the lot owners, siguro, Mr. Chair, Engineer Campillo, so igwan ng plano or igwan na kitang gigibuhon o arin itong target ang aagihan para pag-present duman sa mga lot owner, malinaw na pira itong maapektuhan sa inda and ano ang gigibuhon kang syudad. Dahil Mr. Chair, ang mga resident of Doña Clara, sa ngunyan po talagang dipisil ang agihan ninda. Primero, pagsara ka iyan, pandua, itong construction kadtong tulay, which is agenda next item, nahaluyon ma-construct. So, ang only way ngunyan ninda is, kung may sasakyan ka, ang agihan mo lang is Greenland. Pero lang kung matay ka Almeda Highway, mas lalong mararayo. And ang hagad man lang ka mga residents dyan, pathway, itong lakawan lang. Dahil man niyang kaipuhan na agihan ng auto dahil once na na-construct na itong bridge duman sa Sister Teres, iyon man talaga to ang agihan kang auto. Ang hagad lang din lakawan, entry and exit point from highway to Doña Clara Village. Dahil sa kunyan, Mr. Chair, yung mga resident dyan, ngunyan, para makaluwas, sinda, nagpapadyak. So it takes an additional cost sa mga estudyante, sa mga nagtatrabaho, na imbes na linalakaw lang ninda paluwas, ngunyan, napadyak sinda dahil harayo na ang luwasan.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldimoro. So, Engineer, there is a pathway that has to be constructed as well as a bridge, a connecting bridge, right?
Yes.
So, what has your office done in order to realize this?
Siguro, sir, what we are going to do next is to talk with the City Engineer's Office to prepare a plan, a program for the construction of the proposed pathway and bridge para po mai-present ko for the next in the future with
meaning
before you.
There is no program of works yet?
Po.
Both for the pathway and for the bridge?
Mayroon po, Your Honor.
But there is a plan
Yes.
to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In as much as the city engineer is present before us, we are now officially communicating to you and requesting you to prepare the plan, including the program of works for the proposed pathway and connecting bridge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any other comment? If none, we will now excuse you, Engineer Rolly Campillos.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Councilor Akid Arroyo and then Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, just to clarify, Mr. Chair, on the course of action on the part of the Sanggunian, as to the proposed pathwalk, since it is not owned by the city, I think the first thing to do is to acquire it. The city engineer cannot prepare a program of work for it because it's not ours. We don't know how big the size of that particular pathwalk. So may we know if it is part of our recommendation, the acquisition of that area identified as possible for to be prepared as pathwalk for the residents of Doña Clara.
Engineer?
And whether it is part of the plan of the HSDO.
Actually, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Engineer?
Ang proposed pathwalk po, after the creek na, from that dead-end road. Kaya po, itong parting ito, itong property is owned by the city government dahil binakalta na po kay Militon. So, si Babalyong ka. Ito pong, yan pong yellow line po yan, paved road na po siya, kuya na siya, simentado na po siya. Ini.
The pathwalk is here. Is that correct?
Siguro po, Mr. Chair, kung makonstruct kita ng another new bridge, siya po yan digdi, ang patok po kayo na yan digdi sa laog. After the bridge. Oo. Dito na po gagawin ito si Isment din sa gilid na yun eh. Hindi na po tumaba kung...
Okay. And that area where the pathwalk will be constructed
is really owned by the city government po dahil binakalta na kay Militon iyan.
Okay. Okay. Councilor Elmer?
Mr. Chair, kung ang plano dyan magibong pathwalk, no need for meeting with the lot owner.
Mr. Chair, ito yung mga lot owners din, nagkukontra sila na agihan sinda digdi kang mga pedestrians from Doña Clara na maglagbas digdi. Dahil may reservation sila, may takot sa inda eh. So, road po siya, pero declared under the name of Lugario Luansing still.
Is Mr. Luansing still alive?
Baka po kada na nga.
Where does he reside?
Information, sir.
Do you know where he is?
The last address is in Cavite City.
So he is not a resident of Naga? Why didn't worry?
Dahil po. Ang nagpag-ibo si question po ni Madam Arroyo, kung sila nagpag-ibo, pagka-araw ko po kadto city, dahil katunayan ko si ex-mayor na nagmamanage, naghihiling ka itong pagpatrabahong ito. Ka nag-aagi pa ako dyan.
Okay. Councilor Baldimoro?
Mr. Chair, siguro kung for a long time, di naman interesado si Mr. Luansing dahil napakaaram mo talaga. Road right of way yan. Kaya mga pig-subdivide na property. Kung ang apprehension man lang ka mga lot owner na aagihan sinda, for so many years, Mr. Chair, dalan yan. Ano man ta, day ko nahihiling ang logic na mapaaram giraray sa sainda na dalan man talaga yan. Piksara lang sa property kang ni Mr. Mendoza, itong previously owned by Mr. Mendoza, kaya napundo si pag-agi dyan. Kung ang purpose pag meeting, mapaaram lang duman sa mga lot owner na maagi giraray, sa lingkod there's no use. Haloy ng taon na inaagihan yan. Miling na sarangon yan. Kung bubuksan giraray, mapaaram na. Sa lingkod, no need na Mr. Chair. Ang kaipuhan na lang, gibuho na itong patwalk and then the bridge. So kung sa diri na ito kang city na acquire na kay Militon, so may naman kaipuhan paaraman pa. No need for a meeting. I-construct na lang itong patwalk and then bridge.
Mr. Chair.
Engineer?
Expound ko lang po. Actually po, basi katong kang aki pa ako, pag from this point, diyan po kami nag-aagi sa gida niyo. Kung sabi ko kani, ini mga lot owners na inidigdiyo, aram ninda, maski from 1972, diyan kami nag-aagi. Parte ngayon, pasoy sa likod. Pasirin po dismay parte ini. Siguro po, ang may mga worries man lang dyan, si mga ini, talagang din sinaiнаgihan katong panahon sa atubangan nila, yung 4 lots na ini. Actually, inipasar mo ini, from the record of the Assessor's Office, sa Development Bank of the Philippines po nakapangara ini. Kaya, so, bank po may sa diri ka ini. Ini po ka Kimalo, na ki Miss Malo Castillo, Del Castillo. Ini po ki Mr. Bandillo, Amaranto. Tapos ini po ka Mr. Badong. So, mas nga po sa Mr. Badong na ini, nag-aay kami sa parting likod ninda. Ako lang sa atubangan. So, garo po ang nadadawag kong mga nagsasabi nagkukunta. Ini man lang pong, actually, sinda po, ini. Sinda ka-establi sa daga kang DBP, sa parte ni Mr. Amaranto, and ini si Warren ni Malo.
So, anyway, the program of works for the pathwalk will have to be prepared. There is no issue anymore as to ownership. The land which will be affected being already owned by the city, the same had been bought from the Militon. Yes. And yes, Councilor Akid Arroyo.
So once the bridge has been installed or constructed, sa ina sinda maagi, digdiyo sa yellow?
Yes, ma'am. Pakita ko mga picture ba? Picture. Sisabasi pa. Sige.
Ito yung yellow.
Yeah, po. Ito pong yellow road, itong inot na picture. Palibalikan mo tabi. Ito po si yellow.
Yellow.
Ito po.
Okay.
Pando ba po? Sige, sinod pa.
How wide is the road?
Mga
3 meters?
Estimate ko po mga 6 meters po yan.
6 meters. O, di medyo malaki.
6 or 5. Maiwas po yan. Yes, yellow po. Yan po si Sapporo. Sige po. O, ito po si concrete barrier na pinglag duman na bago lang constructed na concrete barrier yan po.
Sisay naglag?
Mayo pa akong information siya naglag dyan, pero kang hinapot ko pa po si Ma'am Malo, dahil man po siya nagsabi kung siya naglag. Pero po bago ang construction kani yung bagong constructed ganun eh. Kudal na yun eh. Sa luwas po kayan, kudal na sa likod, sisapa na po. May accretion dyan, tapos sisapa na. Eh po, yan po. Kasi malinaw na ko yan. Sapa na po. Sisapa na po.
Sapa na.
Sa balyo po, sa balyo.
Ini si Puro kan tinampo.
Yes, sir.
Hali duman sa may Rojas.
Iyo po, iyo po. Napigkudalan. Bago lang po ang kuyan. Kudal na iyo.
And then?
Sa balyo po, sige po.
Pag ginaba yung kudal,
Pag ginaba po ang kudal,
kaka-bridge.
iyo po. Iyo po. Sige pa po. Sige pa, sige pa. Ayan, dyan po siya mabalyo sa gilid kaning house na ni Sige pa, tabi. Sige pa. Sige pa. Sige pa. Doon sa may... Ayan po. Oh. Ito pong harong na ito, sa gilid kang harong na yan, yan po talaga actually si proposed extension kaning road na ng First Street sa Doña Clara, dapat maglagbas dyan. Aram po kasi si landowner, si house owner din na tinampo yan. Diyan malagbas po itong sa likod niya, itong extension kaning road na ni, pasiring makabit naman po sa bridge na ikukonstrukta sa likod.
Kakalikod ang harong?
Iyo po. Pwede naman po siya na siguro isibog lang dikit kung patuloy man lang pong kaipuntang ilag duman or good for one size car na maagi. Iyo po.
Pero kung road siya, tanong na may nagtugtog dyan.
Iyo po, actually po, naka-study si Aki katong yaw dyan na lot owner sa parting ini. Aki mo sana po yan. Kuyan po, bako, kuyan, parte yan kasi na-acquire tang property from the Militons. Kaya po, talagang, yan kaya, before nagkagawa kita negosyo sa Militon, naglagda po siya dyan ni Harong. Ulo aram niya na yan, extension niya kaning First Street na niya. Iyo po. Ulo aram niya na yan, si extension kaning tinampong ini, na malagbas nga po naman sa may. Kinaulay ko naman po siya, although sabi sa muya kato na mapabayad na lang kang si damages dito na pwede mangyari.
Okay. Again, thank you, Engineer Rolly Campillos. We will now proceed to the next item.
The letter dated September 20, 2017, inviting into this regular session the city engineer to render an update with respect to the proposed bridge construction at St. Therese, Concepcion Pequeña.
The rules remain suspended. Engineer Leon Palmiano IV, you may approach the podium. Okay, you may start whenever ready.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. With regards to the construction of bridge at St. Therese in Barangay Concepcion, these are the information that we have in our office. First, the project name is Construction, Rehabilitation, Improvement of Bitaogan, Sagup, and Concepcion Creek, Naga City. The project cost is 41,564,000.
That's for the Sagup Creek.
Yes, Mr. Chair, including the bridge, Mr. Chair. The start of the project was last June 4, and according to its duration, it will be completed by February 23, 2018. Right now, the accomplishment is roughly 11%, and its total length is about 1,300 meters. The contractor is City Leoncio Construction, and this is being undertaken, Mr. Chair, by Department of Public Works and Highways, 2nd Engineering District.
Okay. Okay. Any question? Councilor Elmer Ballimoro.
Mr. Chair, ito po garong 41 million and 1,000 meters na cost of project. Kabali na duman itong repropping pang creek duman sa Sister Therese. My concern only is on the construction of bridge. Dahil sa ngunyan po, ang inaagihan lang ngunyan kang palaog duman sa kung mahali kang Doña Clara is through Greenland. And itong abalahon na marike itong construction kang bridge duman. Siguro ang since na DPWH siguro mas i-call tang attention kang DPWH na inuton si construction katong bridge. Kung ang timetable hanggang February 2018, si timetable to kang pati pag-reprap. Ang naabala po kaya duman si itong sa pagbalyo sa from Doña Clara to Sister Teres, na ito ang way kang mga haling Doña Clara, haling Gis por Gis, hali duman sa iba pang parte kang Doña Clara. May paagi daw po kita, Mr. Chair, Engineer Palmiano, na makol ang attention kang DPWH to prioritize itong construction kang bridge. Maski mahuri itong repropping of creek.
Engineer?
Mr. Chair, in our evaluation, the accomplishment right now is about 11%, but the bridge alone is about 45% already.
So meaning the construction of the bridge is ongoing?
Yes, Mr. Chair. And I believe they are working more on the bridge right now because of its accomplishment. According to our evaluation, it's already 45%, and that's higher than the completion of the entire project, Mr. Chair. But anyway, we will also call the attention of DPWH, sir, to...
When is it expected to be completed? I am referring to the construction of the bridge alone.
There's no specific date, Mr. Chair, for the bridge alone, but the total project is supposed to be completed by February 18.
So can you write the contractor?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
The DPWH.
We will do that, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And then you furnish us a copy of your letter.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Engineer Palmiano.
Okay. Any other question or comment? If none, Engineer, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. The rules are reinstated. We proceed to the next item.
The letter dated September 10, 2017 from Mr. Clemente Lontok Sanuan, covered to the President, following up and reiterating the immediate action on the approved 14 additional franchises to be awarded to qualified applicants.
Any comment on this? Councilor Del Castillo.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, if the letter was not yet acknowledged, ma-acknowledge and surat, with the information that the approval of the franchise to whoever will be granted is vested with the Sanggunian and not with the association. Ang surat kaya, pero pigilin ko, Mr. Chair, I just don't know whether they will be recommending for the applicant, but the normal procedure is that the applicant will submit all the necessary documents, and that will be subjected to deliberation by the Committee on Transport. Then, if all the requirements are completed by the applicant, it will be taken up at the plenary for the approval of in the grant of franchise. Siguro paintindi lang sa inda, Mr. Chair, na that's the process. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, the inquiry, Mr. Chair, is as to when the additional 14 franchise will be awarded. Kasi halitan ng dinesisyonan ni Mr. Chair, siguro may we hear from the committee chair, when actually will the awarding be done. Kasi haloy na pong pighahagad ini kang mga residents dyan, not just by the operator. Dakulan po kitang mga hearings na pig-conduct ng Committee on Public Utilities during the 16th Sanggunian, and that's why we approved the additional 14 franchise, Trimobile franchise. Noorinta na po kaya ma-award, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, sundan ko lang po itong sinabi ni Councilor Buddy. Siguro po ihapot niyo po sa head kang Task Force Trimobile kung kasi naka-state po dyan sa second sentence kang letter niya na kung tapos na po si renumbering, kasi yun po ni si pigpipress kanto ni pigistress ni Councilor Buddy Del Castillo. And as to the query po ni Councilor Miles, kung nuari na po, madepende po kami, Ma'am Miles, sa magiging outcome kan si renumbering na piggibo kan si Task Force Trimobile.
Maybe we can ask our Secretary, Mr. Gil de la Torre, any update on the renumbering of Trimobile units?
Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Sa parte po kang Trimobile Task Force, we have completed the renumbering process up to 036. Now, this was already discussed during the last session, but the issue on the part of the Trimobile Task Force is who will do the painting of the new numbers, who will shoulder the materials and labor costs.
The materials for
Painting, Mr. Chair.
painting. In the past, what was our policy?
In the past po, nakita pa nagpipintura, kukontrata ta po ang painting of numbers.
If that is the case, then we will have to shoulder the cost for painting. Besides Section 3, Section 3 of Ordinance Number 2016-053, this is the ordinance mandating the renumbering. It says that the necessary amount in order to implement the ordinance is hereby appropriated, meaning we will have to shoulder, including the cost for the painting. Okay? So the Secretary will please see to it that painting is done the soonest time possible, in compliance, of course, with our rules on the matter. Okay? Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, siguro maaraman lugod, Mr. Chairman, kan sanggunian kung gurano aabuton si total cost for the renumbering dahil sangunyan baga, Mr. Chair, bako man actualing renumbering kundi plate baga ang pigamit ta, siguro bagang plate, body plate na pigkakabit sa mga sidecar kan mga Trimobile.
Okay.
For this purpose, siguro mainot na nga ni ini kung tutuuson because we already, the Councilor Del Rosario and I had already contemplating of replacing the old plate. Tangarig mabaguhan na, Mr. Chair, itong luma ng body plate kan mga Trimobile.
Okay.
Siguro po nanta na igdi. But we need the total cost. How much will it take for the city to have that 36 plate?
Okay.
So that we could appropriate accordingly.
So the task force, this is the work of the task force, right? So the task force is given the corresponding instruction to prepare the necessary funding requirement for the purpose, and check if there is some appropriations to which it can be charged against, and if none, submit to the Sangguniang Panglungsod the necessary funding requirement for our appropriate action. Okay? Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Well, you know, Mr. Chair, if the actual painting of the renumbered Trimobiles should be done first before awarding of the additional franchise be done. Kasi kung si problem is to renumber them para maaraman talaga pira talaga ang existing right now. So since igwa naman numbers that have been assigned, di pwede nang mag-award ka itong 14. Kita ka ipon maghalat na
Yes. I think we can proceed with the granting of franchise. Okay? So, necessary applications can now be accepted by the task force for the grant of franchise. Okay? So, the Secretary is therefore instructed in connection with this letter dated September 10, 2017 of Mr. Clemente San Juan for the Secretary to respond to this question pursuant to our disposition in today's session. Okay? Councilor Baldimoro.
First, Mr. Chair, ang renumbering po baga is the plate number or the body number of the tricycle. So, kung plaka po siya, why not na ipagibo na lang siya instead of pagpintura? Pero itong para masunod po, para dahil magkaigwaning I think, Mr. Chair, kita ang magpagibo and then pwede tamang garong ipasa na lang itong cost to the tricycle, the franchise owner, para kita po itong dahil ang pakaintindi ko, ang iniiwasan itong mga double plate, itong double numbering na one number pero ang tricycle ang nagagamit. So mas maray siguro nahali sa itong fabricated plate, itatautan na lang duman sa tricycle owner para day po talaga mapeke. Dahil kung nanamberanta lang siya, kung pintura lang yan, pwedeng may magkaparehas na tricycle, pero same paint, same number, dahil naman yan maririsa. Pero kung ang plate hali mismo sa may ensure na sa tuya hali. And another, Mr. Chair, talaga pong kaipuhan ng magdagdagan ang unit sa lugar na iyan dahil pag mahihiling po nindo during mga 6 o'clock in the evening, grabe na po ang pila. Last Monday, nag-agi po ako, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, nag-uuran, halawig na ang pila. Kaya, I think, Mr. Chair, kaipuhan ng gibuhon na magdagdag. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldimoro. Is the suggestion acceptable to the members of this body? If that is the case, the corresponding instruction is given to the Secretary. Okay? Next item.
Proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jose Ciranyola, revising ordinance number 95/070 by prohibiting tobacco, cigar, and cigarette smoking in public places and providing penalties for violations thereof.
Councilor Jose Ranyola.
Well, this is already the corrected ordinance, Mr. Chair, wherein all the suggestions and comments were taken in, and this was even passed through the scrutiny of my teacher by editing it so as to conform with the proper English and syntax. So if there will be no more comments or any suggestions, may I therefore move that we pass an ordinance revising ordinance number 95-070 by prohibiting the tobacco, cigar, and cigarette smoking in public places and providing penalties for violation thereof.
Is there an objection? There being none, the proposed ordinance is now approved on final reading.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Jose Ranyola. We were given the assurance that it was already duly corrected by the teacher of Councilor Jose Ranyola. Okay, next item.
Letter dated September 19, 2017 of Dr. Junius Elad Jr., City Veterinarian, recommending deferment of the procurement of meat ban and agreeing for the passage of an ordinance realigning the appropriation intended for meat ban to accommodate other expenses or other incidental expenses for the abattoir accreditation before the year end.
This is in connection with our discussion during the last session. We are still awaiting for the program of works for that project. Rehabilitation of what? Roofing, the flooring. We have not yet received the program of works. So the Secretary will please communicate to follow up on the said requirement before we act on the request for appropriation. For the meantime, upon receipt of the program of works, the same will have to be included in the order of business for our session, together with this letter of Dr. Junius Elad Jr., as well as the one previously taken up Next item. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, have we already made appropriations for the cost that will be incurred for the rehabilitation?
Not yet, because we are still awaiting for the program of works.
But there is no request for appropriation?
Well, it was our disposition during the last session to require the City Abattoir, in coordination with the city engineer, to submit the program of works. That was our disposition.
And the budget for such?
We will have to decide on that. If you will recall, the matter pending before us during the last session was this appropriation for meat delivery van, which was being requested to be utilized for the rehabilitation of portion of the roof, etc., etc. But we did not decide yet on that.
I believe we disapproved it, Mr. Chair, because we said that that fund should not be touched because it's really for that purpose of the meat ban.
Yes, effectively, but we have to appropriate for certain works necessary for us to comply with the AA accreditation requirement.
Yes, Mr. Chair. That's why we have to decide first on the charging. Where do we charge the expenses? That
we have not yet decided on that, because we said we will decide on this once the program of works
to determine how much is needed.
Yes, is submitted to us. Councilor Vidal Castillo.
I think, Mr. Chairman, we should send a letter to Engineer Parmiano to submit to us for next our session, Mr. Chairman, the cost of the rehabilitation of the Abattoir, considering, Mr. Chairman, that according to Mr. Frank Mendoza, flooring alone, it costs 4 million. So we must have the program of work during our next session, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Vidal Castillo. So the Secretary is instructed with the advice to Engineer Palmiano to coordinate with Mr. Robert Acabado and our budget officer. Next item.
Letter dated September 20, 2017 of Mr. Johan De La Rosa, Executive Director, NCPC, submitting certain NCPC representatives to SP committees.
Okay. The same is noted. The Secretary is instructed to favorably consider the matter therein. Next item.
The endorsement dated September 20 of Mr. Herbert Dominguez, Operations Manager, Cebu AV Park Corporation, submitting the list of
This item is referred to the Committee on Transportation. Yes, Councilor Del Castillo.
In connection with the last item, with regard to the letter of Dr. Ilan, I believe that we
letter of
Dr. Ilan.
Dr. Ilan.
Because previously we decided that we'll just look for fund to be used for the rehabilitation of the abattoir. But we will maintain that appropriation for the purchase of the meat ban.
Okay.
In that connection, Mr. Chair, siguro we direct the offices concerned, the Naga City Abattoir, in coordination with the City Engineer's Office to facilitate and fast-track the preparation of the program of work so that the necessary work at the Naga City Abattoir to comply with the requirement of the National Meat Inspection Service can be carried out right away.
Okay. That was the matter mentioned or raised by Councilor Vidal Castillo, only that the directive is to address to Engineer Palmiano Defort, but he has to coordinate with Mr. Acabado and Mr. Frank Mendoza, and probably with Dr. Elad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, may we require Mr. Acabado to submit to the Sangguni or manifest to the Sanggunian his timetable for acquiring the necessary transport vehicle or ensuring that the necessary transport vehicle is actually what is used in the abattoir.
Okay. The Secretary is instructed to communicate that. Next item.
Letter dated September 22, 2017, Vision of the City Mayor requesting authority to sign in a deed of absolute sale with Miss Maria Cristina Mercado, property owner.
Any comment on this? Christine, kindly show before us the map, the location map. Previously, we issued an authority in favor of the city mayor to negotiate for the acquisition of that property. For the information of this body, the subject property is this one, owned by the Mercado, consisting of about 7 hectares. In front is the new Madrigal housing project. There is here a right-of-way 6-meter wide road going to the property. This one is a 15 meters road up to the old Sito Madrigal project. This road, including this one up to here, as well as this one, was the subject of a deed of donation executed by the Mercado and apparently signed by former Mayor Jesse Robredo. There was a deed of acceptance for this road consisting of about 6 hectares. So, this one is the subject property, which is being offered to us for sale at the price of 350 pesos per square meter. And pursuant to the deed of absolute sale accompanying the letter, the amount is already indicated therein, plus other conditions. Only that I am not comfortable with that condition imposing upon the seller the payment of capital gains tax. Because in the first place, this is supposed to be a socialized housing program where the seller is supposed to be exempt from the payment of capital gains tax. If we can just deduct the corresponding tax to the purchase price of 350, that will mean the total selling price will be lowered by about what? 18 pesos per square meter. So instead of paying 350 pesos per square meter, we only have to pay 332 pesos per square meter. That will save the city more than 1 million. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, during the committee hearing of the Committee on Housing, it was manifested specifically by the person with the special power of attorney from the owners, Mr. Johan De La Rosa.
Who is incidentally present.
Okay. Yes, he's there. He manifested that the amount of 350 is still negotiable. Remember, the 350 is the offered price. Since when did we buy property as offered by the landowner?
Okay.
So why are we buying it at 350? That was the offered price and manifested specifically by the person authorized that it is still a negotiable price.
Okay, if that is the case, then we can probably negotiate now with the representative, given the representation that the amount is not the final amount. The deed of sale is not yet signed. Not yet signed. Okay. Councilor Del Castillo.
before the session, Mr. Chair, we talk about this particular matter. And one concern is the road right-of-way leading to the property.
Yes.
Which apparently, as of now, it is only a 6-meter wide road right-of-way. Considering that the property is, it is a 7-hectare property, this representation believes that a much wider road right-of-way is necessary leading to the property.
At least 12, probably
At least 12 or 15 meters in width.
Okay. Can we suspend our rules?
That maybe, Mr. Chairman, that should be a precondition for the signing of the deed of absolute sale. That the road right-of-way be that wide.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. We will go back to that later. Councilor Greg Abonal.
Sir Chairman, as illustrated, it appears that there is only one road leading to and leading from the subject property. Maybe an alternative would be to open another road leading to, or maski 6 meters lang yan, maski one way mo, basta iba pang sarong tinampo. That might be an alternative.
Okay. So, okay. We suspend our rules and request Mr. Johan De La Rosa to approach the podium. Can you comment on the statement of Councilor Akid Arroyo? Councilor Arroyo is saying that you made a representation before the committee that the amount of 350 pesos is negotiable.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So we are now negotiating. Can we buy the property at 200 pesos per square meter?
Masakit man po. Kang committee meeting po kaya is the presumption is that pwedeng ma-exclude sa owner itong pagbayad kang capital gain tax. Kaya sabi, kung ito ibabawas, why not? And the owner po na manifested naman na kung ibabawas po ito, basta stipulated po ng pagbayad kang capital gain tax, ibabawas po duman sa, okay man po siya. Ang kaya sinasabi niya po is apat sindang may kansadili kang property, tapos itong gusto ninda is above, gusto sabihin, malinaw talaga na kung babayadan ang taxes. So, itong capital gain tax po, dapat bayadan niya. Kaya lang po, kung ibubutak man dapat naman sa deed of sale na iso-shoulder kang city, okay man po. So, ito po si sinasabi. Kaya mababa itong on the premise that a capital gain tax will be but I made some inquiry regarding that, Mr. Chair, kung ipa-file, kung ipa-file. So, again, i-relay ko po itong concern kung kung ibabawas itong capital gain tax, abot sain ang negosyo, itong price. Baka bumaba pa man po. Ayan po. Ayan po. And naman po sa road right of way po, that property po kang Madrigal, may tinampo na po dyan.
In which portion?
Left and right.
Meaning at the edge of the property?
Yes po.
If this is the Madrigal property, you are telling us that there is already a road here?
Ang pagkaram ko po igwa, left and right. Kaya po, when I actually this document, this property kang nahiling ko po ini kasi pinapahanap ako ng property for a subdivision. Kaya nahiling ko si offer po 350. Hindi ko na po pig-offer duman sa private. Sa government ko na lang po pig-offer yung property ini. Kasi po, dukot na siya, harani, and much cheaper. Pagkaaram ko pa nga sa kahit po ang pag-offer po kayo, pagtapos sa kayo ding authority to sell na 350, day pa po kayo to consummate, day pa nagluwas kayo to si Barreta, na binakal na po itong kataid kang Madrigal, nearer kang Ayala. Kaya po, bago niya po na i-pull out itong authority to sell sa ko, sabi ko sa iyo, na-offer ko na po sa city. So, at the price of 350. Kaya po, kung hilingon ta po kayo, maski ang assessment po kayo, medyo halang ko po, duman sa offered price po.
Which one was bought by Ayala?
Ito pong left kang Madrigal na luma.
This is the old Madrigal?
Iya po. The left po, left. O sa palya po. Yan bago, yan sa pa po.
This is the new
Iya po. Itong pong, iya po. Sa katad po. Nakatad na.
Malayo yun eh.
Ha?
Malayo yun.
Ano po?
The old Madrigal is far from the new Madrigal.
Iya po.
That's about 500 to 1 kilometer. So,
Hindi po, ang sasabi, nabakal po kang Ayala ini yung kataid. Iya po.
so that is actually the opposite. Lalo. So this one.
Oo. Kaya po may hesitant. Kaya po ang binawi niya po sa gabos na authority to sell, ang natada lang pong authority to sell ining sa city government.
Okay. Councilor Rakid Arroyo, your comment, reaction?
Yes, well, Mr. Chair, during the committee hearing, I just conveyed to this August chamber that the manifestation of Mr. De La Rosa is that the 350 is still negotiable. So I'm really hoping that we will be able to buy the property at lower than the offered price, especially considering the manifestation of the offeror. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Rakid Arroyo. What if we buy the property at 332 pesos per square meter? We 300.
I-relay ko po ang ano nindo.
300 net to the owner. Net to the owner.
I-relay ko po. I cannot.
Okay. For the meantime,
ang authority po sa ko 350. Kaya kung whatever is the lower, I'll relay po.
Okay. For the meantime, Councilor Rakid Arroyo, can you look at can you verify the representation of Mr. Johan De La Rosa that both on the left and on the right of the Madrigal property are now cemented? They are considered road. In which case, if that is the case, we may no longer need an additional 6 more meters.
Mr. Chair, let's direct the SSDO to verify that matter, considering that this will be a socialized house.
Okay. My apologies.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
The secretary is so instructed. It's already 12. Okay, so with that, can we calendar this during our next regular session so that we can already act on it? And then on the next session, you will inform us the buyer's response to our...
Okay po.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Mr. Johan De La Rosa. We reinstate the rules. Next item.
New business, the letter of Barangay Secretary Helbal Bastre Abdayangdang.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
The letter of Ms. Michelle Ann Macalya requesting
Item 2 is referred to the Committee on Appropriations.
The resolution from the San Isidro Trimobile Special.
The same, together with item number 4 and sub-items, are referred to the Committee on Transportation.
The letter from the City Mayor requesting an ordinance, reversion ordinance.
The same is referred to the Committee on Appropriations.
Nominal vote.
Councilor Greg Abonal.
Mr. Chairman, prior to our session, in the meeting with the Mayor, he was asking for a definitive resolution rejecting the Bencia offer for the terminal. Diba? Will we do that now or
If you do that now, you will have to move for the amendment of our order of business.
I think, Mr. Chairman, we may have to review the last minutes,
Okay.
So we know exactly what was said there.
Okay. Okay.
Also, may we ask for if there is record of whatever was presented by the I'm not sure, Chito Palmiano or Willie Prilles regarding the proposed terminal.
We have already communicated to the mayor that the proposal was already rejected by the Sangguniang Panlunsod, and that if a new presentation is made, that will be most welcome to the Sangguniang Panlunsod. So we will have to await for a new presentation from the executive branch.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay. Any other matter? Councilor Del Castillo? Okay. So, nominal voting, Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that all the approved resolution and ordinance be transferred to nominal voting and approve the same.
Without objection, same is approved.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Session is now adjourned.